MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
I'm not so sure that you're dressed for 65-degree weather, Candace.
I have a jacket, so.
You might better.
Yeah, it's cool outside. I just took it off.
Momentarily?
Yeah. It's got a hood on it, and it just kind of feels like it's all up in my
Get it in your head.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. Scotty Ray and Candace, 65 for a high today, possibly. We're sitting right now at 43. The wind chill, though, if you hadn't been outside, is 39 degrees.
It's cool.
Can we say
cool.
burr together?
It's going to be cool tonight, too, right?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
They're already saying watch your vegetation. Possibility of frost.
Gosh. And I just put all my ferns out.
Where'd you come from?
I gotta
Country
move 'em.
bumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is smart. If you've got ferns, and a lot of people are getting these for Easter, drag them on in the house.
I just sit mine down in the pots, in the things that they come in, because I know that you got to move them. And
I don't know if you've priced ferns lately, but they're not cheap, and they all die. There's no one ever keeps a fern year to year. At least I don't. Maybe you got a green thumb, and I don't know you, but my wife, they die every year.
But look, mine die every year, and I've always thrown them away.
Yeah, what do you do now?
But you can just cut off the dead part and plant them in the ground.
Then
they
what
will
happens?
come back. They come back.
Are you sure?
Yes. Paula Dean, y'all, I was watching her the other day, and that's what they do with hers. They have a flower bed just specifically for that or an area, and they plant them and cover them around with pine straw, and they come back.
Let's back up. I thought Paula Dean was like the food queen, done fried chicken and stuff.
Well, she used to do all that, and she still does some videos, but
she's doing gardening now?
Well, if you can follow her if you want to on Facebook, and she periodically will give you a tour of her home,
right.
or tell just really just kind of social talk, on there, and
Lord.
she'll cook some stuff every now and then. She just does a little bit of everything. I just like to watch her.
So do we need to add a gardening section to this? Would this make us over the top to have gardening with Scotty Ray and Candace?
Gardening tips. I'm serious. I like stuff like that. I've always been outdoorsy feeling, I plant stuff, and I like flowers. And
yeah, I like to watch others do it.
If y'all have tips, let us know.
Yeah.
I always like
yeah. Every now and then, Angie make me dig just the hole, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me run. In the phone ringing, can I get away from this?
But the fern thing they are expensive.
That is a tip.
They are expensive. And you don't have to throw them away. Now, they're not going to be really pretty right off, but if you put them somewhere that's kind of out of the way, you can always transplant them into a pot after they get pretty. Put them back out.
Are we just learning something there?
Yeah.
Let's see. We hear that Bill is headed to Las Vegas this morning. Well,
all right.
Good luck to you there. We got a birthday too, don't we?
We sure do. Let's see. Let's find it. You're rolling up.
Yeah, we're trying to get there. There we go.
Charlotte Edwards is 68 years old today. So happy birthday, Charlotte. Hope you have a beautiful day.
Bunch of candles. Be careful there. It causes fires. I don't know if you know all about all that. Coffee is ready, Robin Miller says. That's always good to have.
Oh, yeah. LaWanda Grantham. She says good morning to Miss Vivian. I'm not sure who that is. But good morning to all of y'all. And let's see, Donna Roseman, good morning. April Roberts, Peggy Joyner, good morning. And Maria Espino, good morning.
Bunch of folks at it. All right, let's talk about next week, and then we'll talk about what's going on today as we head for, this is what is going to be called round 4. Here we go. Again, next Wednesday is what we're looking for, the possibility of severe weather. Now, keep in mind, today is Friday. That is Wednesday of next week. You know how the National Weather Service likes to hang off and wait till the last minute to give you information. So if they're giving you information on Friday, and this is expected Wednesday, it's something to pay attention to, is what I mean by that whole little comment there.
Yeah.
Possibility of strong storms, damaging winds, hail, and the bad word, the T word, tornadoes.
Yes.
We'll be here throughout the day, whenever it happens, and beforehand to let you know. Always have your weather plan of knowing where you're going to go, what you're going to do, and how to protect you and your family.
That's right.
And we'll be back with more information on that. Today, let's talk about this. It's going to be bad winds. As we look at the strong winds today, sustained winds of 20 to 25 by the afternoon, gusts of up to 40. You want to talk about a bad hair day?
Yeah. Gotta get the hairspray ready.
Yeah. And as we go down this, let's look at our impacts of frost tonight. That's what we got there. Lows of anywhere from 33 to 37. I think we're forecasted at 34 as we drag those ferns in.
Now, is the wind going to be an issue all weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I know tomorrow is going to be a little cool. Mm-hmm. And add the wind in, and it might, if you're outdoors, it could be
And as
chilly.
we get the burn ban here, or the burn dangerous wildfire conditions, as we look at for today, then we look at Saturday and Sunday right there. So it's with us all weekend. It's going to be gusty of 25 at least each day.
So even if it's pretty, don't burn. Yeah.
And I say,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've
It's
ever used
scary.
that word before, but it's fun to use. Use it several times today, except in the courtroom.
Goodness.
We do hope your morning is going well. There's a lot of news going on, lots of things going on in the community, and we'll try to go over a few of these today to let you know exactly what's going on in the community here, there, and yonder. We had a ribbon cutting yesterday that I got to go to as we go out to Highway 19 to the back porch of Meridian. They had their big ribbon cutting yesterday. It was beautiful. A lot of folks showed up.
Yeah.
And as we go through there, just taking a look here as we got ready there. Bunch of people were there. I do hope you get a chance to go by and visit the guys.
Yeah.
It's unique.
Yeah, I have not been in yet, and I keep saying I'm going to go, but I just don't want to fly in and fly out. I want to be able to look, so
Just
I'm
kinda
always in a
walk.
hurry. You know.
Easy it.
Anyway, but yes, they did have their ribbon cut. I think, from what I understand, they stay busy all the time.
Boy, they were cooking. They had good food, and they were showing how the grills work.
Yeah.
So that's something to see. If you haven't visited them, go by and take a look today. Yesterday, the skyline, look at this. This was the skyline yesterday just off Highway 39. And this is behind Walmart is where this is. You had a structure fire there that caught fire. And that's another view of it. There's a lot of smoke coming from that.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
And I thought I had one more picture, which I don't. But the video was next. And it was an abandoned home that caught fire. Not sure how that happened, but boy, it sure looked bad.
Yeah.
The Meridian Fire Department jumped on that, got that taken care of before too long at all. But if you were going down 39 anywhere, you were thinking something serious has happened.
Oh, yeah.
So that was
Glad they
taken
got
care
that
of.
taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as we look at and let me bring this up. And I brought parts of this up earlier this morning of things that happened overnight. Now, watch your money. This is the second time that we've had this reported. I'm going to do a post on this and share it today about it. But counterfeit money was passed once again yesterday. And I double-checked with the police chief in Meridian. And a $50 bill was passed in Meridian there as real money, and it was fake. So check that money several times. The first time were $100 bills that were being passed in the Meridian area and also Louisville.
Right.
This is the first 50 that I've heard of in our area.
Huh. Okay.
Now, I hadn't heard of
So look at
20s or
that.
anything any lower,
Right.
but check your cash. Make sure it doesn't say funny money on it because it's real tricky if you're not staring at it.
Yeah, when you pulled that picture up that day, I would have never known. I mean, it looks just like if you're just
Counting out.
counting out your money, and if you don't really look at the fine print. You don't know.
It'll cost you if you don't. Federal offense when you deal with stuff like that.
Yes.
Gunshots. Let's talk about a few things that happened over here. We did have reports of a possible home that was hit with gunfire. 1926th Avenue in that area. A red Honda car was spotted in that area with dark tinted windows. Gunfire rang out. They're thinking maybe they had a little something to do with that.
Oh my goodness.
Also, shots on 25th Avenue, 21st Street. That's real close together. Not sure if those two are connected. Could be. And then also overnight last night at George Reese Apartments, we got gunfire there as well.
Okay.
Now, let's get to the bigger story of what happened. And I put this in the headline there. I refer to this as the Wild Wild West yesterday.
I want to say this is the one. This is the one that somebody had commented on last night, and that it was a lady, I guess, had her child somewhere near there, and they were talking about how scary it was.
Yeah, and I got reports of this in the beginning of, hey, did you know anything about gunfire in town? And at that point I didn't, so I started making calls. Nope, don't know a thing. And so then I got another text, and it just kept pointing to Highway 19. So I drove out there. And let me just tell you just how, you have that moment of, oh, I pull up, and I keep hearing it somewhere near Trustmark. So I pull over there at that abandoned gas station. I get out, and I take a couple of pictures of the street. And I'm standing there, and I'm looking around, saying, well, I don't see anything. And I happen to turn around behind me, and all the windows of the business across the street, there are none. And then it's like, ding dong.
Yeah, and you're standing right there where it happened.
Hello.
Gosh.
So
Yeah.
I drive down the street, and I turn around, and I go, and I talk to them. And the video, we're going to play you the video of this. Again, this is not some far-off city. This is the Wild Wild West in Meridian, Mississippi, broad daylight at 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah, and this person that had commented last night, I think they were coming out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
At the time.
Here
And,
we go. Let's pull this up where you can see this. Now, pull this on full screen. This is Highway 19. This is Trustmark Bank. This is Aguilera Tire Center. This is going to be Manning Street, and back here is 49th Avenue. Now, I voiced this so it will describe it when I hit play what is going on the entire time. Look for this guy right here and for that car right there. And we're going to hit play and let you listen to this as to what went on. All right, what we want to pay attention to is the gentleman walking down the street on the other side of the white pickup truck in your screen right there. If you just noticed, there's a white car at the top of the screen that just turned off of 49th Avenue onto Manning Street. This gentleman is fixing to make it to the stop sign here. The guy that is going to do the shooting is up on Manning Street on the right of your screen in a white car. All right, he is now fixing to cross Manning Street. This is Highway 19 that we're looking at. He's crossing this, still no shots fired yet. We're told by witnesses that somewhere about along in here, he screams the gentleman's name that is there by the light pole in front of this gray car here. You can still see moving back there. Shots are getting ready to come out. They have been fired now. He's running from the gunfire. Did you see the building get hit there? All right, he comes down. He's trying to escape. It was 4 to 6 shots fired at this gentleman. And this is another angle coming up that we're going to look. He's backing out. The shooter is, and he's going back up to 49th. And he turns onto 49th and is gone. This is the gentleman racing past the building.
Was he hit? He looks like he's kind of limping.
No, what he's got there, and I didn't notice it after we loaded that onto our webpage, that's a gun that he's also toting. I didn't catch that the first couple times that was a gun.
Now midday, okay, lunchtime.
Yeah.
I might as well say. There's people in restaurants eating. There's cars going by. Somebody could have easily been hit besides this person who was the actual target.
All right, explain this to me because I've watched it a couple times. The guy on 49th, if you're standing in front of that bank, you can't be seen from that side street.
Right.
How did he know that guy was getting ready to walk across that street?
There's bound to have been somebody watching from somewhere else with a cell phone. There had to be.
Because it makes no sense. You couldn't guess that to happen. So there's more to that. And look at these pictures. Let me just show you here. Let's pull this up here. Here's a closer view as I took pictures here. Here's a bullet hole in the top of the building. Their camera system there. There's a bullet hole there. And now bullets went all through their building. It's a miracle no one is hurt.
Right.
Anybody heard from the mayor yet? Here's the front of the store. Look at all this glass where the bullets broke it out. Had somebody been standing there, we would be telling you a different story this morning as we come across here.
You would think, like you just said, that there would be some kind of statement made from one of the heads of this, somebody in the city.
The administration.
You would think that somebody, the administration. You would think that there would be something, some kind of statement saying, what had happened. We're looking into the situation or something. I mean, it's kind of getting to be ridiculous.
That's pretty strong, folks. Again, let me stress, this is 1 in the afternoon. This is not some back street in the middle of nowhere. This is a main street, Meridian, Mississippi, what you just watched. You can find this on sammedia.network. Share that with somebody.
Right.
So everybody knows what's going on. At the end of the day, all of this is about your safety. It's we just want to talk about somebody getting shot or shot at. It's your safety that we're concerned about. One
of our viewers said that's scary. She was coming out of San Marcos a few minutes later. Her car was actually in the video. It's It is scary.
It is.
It really is, because that could have been
A whole different
somebody
ballgame.
else, like you said, in the building could have been hit. And people have no regard for human life anymore.
that's
they
a
have,
good way to word
They
it.
don't. They don't have any kind of regard for human life. All they're concerned about is their little issues within their whatever
Group.
they've got going on, their group. There's other people who are impacted, and if somebody don't take a stand and do something, and I don't mean just say we're taking care of it.
Do something.
Do something.
It's time for officials to
Yeah.
be there. Don't rush off. We got a whole lot more to talk about. Welcome. We're glad you're a part of this with us.
Yes.
The back porch of Meridian, located on Highway 19 North, invites you by to take a look at their custom-made woodworking. From wooden tables, chairs, swings, and day beds. Take a step inside and visit the local meat section, where you'll find ground beef, pork chops, and even local milk from Beeson Farms. And if you need a utility trailer, they offer single, tandem, car haulers, enclosed trailers. You name it, they have it. Ask about financing. It's all at the back porch of Meridian, 5570 Highway 19 North. Mark your calendars for the Spring Extravaganza Show coming Saturday, April 23rd, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a brand new location at the old Office Max building at Bonita Lake Circle. From boutique clothes, shoes and accessories, children's clothing, spring plants, jewelry, gift items. Come shop and have lunch with Jack Sausage Dogs. The Spring Extravaganza Gift Show, Saturday, April the 23rd from 9 until 4 at the old Office Max building in Meridian. Call Becky at 601-480-1776.
No matter what hat you wear, if you're hurt on the job, you're gonna need me. I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. Under workers' comp law, you're entitled to certain benefits. But when you're released from the doctor, someone's got to be there to make sure you get a fair settlement. While you're healing, we'll be fighting for you. We've helped thousands of our injured clients get their medical bills paid and recover lost wages. And we're ready to help do the same for you today. One call, that's all.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Candace. We do hope your morning is treating you well. And it's Friday.
It is. It is Friday. It's finally Friday.
Any camping trips this weekend that you're going on?
No, we have ball tournament this weekend, so.
I was so hoping you could tell me a story about you in a broom. I thought you were.
No, hopefully we'll get to camp again in the next week or so. I was planning on trying to go Monday and find us a place, but I don't know weather-wise if that'll be smart. So.
Oh, well, hang in there.
Yeah.
As we discuss things that go on, I'd like to tell you that story that we told you just a moment ago was just a once-in-a-lifetime incident. This will never happen again, but I'm afraid that's not true. As we just glance around, here's just a map. We post maps when these things happen in town, where in relationship to where you are. That's 24th Avenue. Shots were reported right in that area here over by 20th, 26th. Check often. We keep you up to date with the very latest of information that happens in our area, whether that's Philadelphia, that's Meridian, Newton, wherever it is. Y'all see it, let us know so we can share with others.
Yes.
So they'll know. Hey, and I want to bring this up. This is something that we've got here, right here in the corner of the screen. If you need some work done around your home, check our emergency responders business directory. If you need some carpentry work or something done, check there. It's a bunch of guys that work behind the scenes, and we all know it doesn't pay a whole lot to be a first responder. They got odd jobs that they do to make ends meet. Help them out when you can.
It's always good to help people, especially local people out.
Yeah, we like that. We got another video for you. Surprise, surprise. This is the area. Anybody here know where the country club is? Right off of North Hill Street. Let's pull this up and go there. This is people that are coming along. I got this video yesterday from a home there. And what they are doing is going through each car under every carport until they find one that's open. So I urge you to make sure that your cars are locked. That doesn't always keep somebody from getting in your car, but if it's unlocked, it's an easy take what they want.
Right.
They can easily bust out a window as well. But at the end of the day, at nighttime, and everybody's guilty of leaving something in their car they shouldn't. But take your valuables in with you. Let's pull this up so you can this is just them casually walking through the neighborhood.
If somebody's that much on your property in your space, looks like you could do something
It does.
to them.
And they end up checking every door handle on all the cars there. So that's one of the things that went on in the community. Today is Friday. That was in the early hours of Thursday morning that happened. And again, we show this to you not to scare you, but so that you're aware. An informed person is so much better than someone who doesn't know things.
Right.
That's what we're about.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. And we try to get all the facts, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, somebody had made the comment. Let me find it over here. Denise said, how does a community take back a city when law enforcement can't? I don't really know the answer to that. I know that it takes everybody working together. It's a good thing when people can tell other people what they've seen and
and that goes back to starting your very own, whether you got the police involved or not, but call them, start your own neighborhood watch.
Yeah. But my concern, like we've mentioned several times, is that the main higher up administration is not addressing it to people. Now, they might be doing it behind closed doors. I don't know.
It ain't making it to the streets.
But a community needs to feel safe.
Yes.
And you can't feel safe if you don't have any kind of verbal interaction between the administration and the community. I mean, it's just not going to work.
Now, and let me say this. Now, this is not the police's fault by any means. I don't want anybody to think I'm accusing the police of. It's not their fault. We just got some bad folks. As the old Southern word says, amongst us, there's some bad folks.
Yeah.
And they come in all races, all colors. It doesn't matter. Crime does not do that.
And I'm not trying to lay blame on, like, when I talk about administration. I just think that
they need to speak up.
Bad people are bad people, and they need to be addressed. You know,
well, it
needs to be. It doesn't just need to be it's possible gang, it's possible this, it's possible that. We're dealing with it best we can. I mean, I understand all that, but
it goes back to this. It's like the bully on the playground. If you sit back and you let him just bully everybody around, and you never step up and draw that line in the sand and say, if you don't stop this, I'm going to do something. You have to confront the bad people. End of the day, that's how it's handled.
This used to be considered a retirement community. Okay, I mean, it did. A lot of people would come back here.
We had a little sign the whole 9 yards.
Right. A lot of people would come back to the city to live because it was a great place to live, and it still is a great place to live. But this is hindering a lot of different things when you have stuff like that going on. And people have worked hard for what they have.
Correct.
They've worked hard to be able to sit back and relax, or they've had homes in the city for years and years and years, raised their families, and they want to feel safe. And it's ridiculous that these people who have no consideration for human life, have no respect for other people, are able to just get away with this mess.
Because that truly was a perfect example of no respect for human life.
No.
Because they didn't know who was in that building. Or think of a car. Had it come along with a child in it when they squeezed the trigger, something's got to be done.
It does.
I don't have all the answers.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to contact the governor's office. I don't know what we need to do. I have no idea. I would like to find out, but I don't know.
That's where we
Denise, I'm not sure how to answer that other than what we just were saying. But,
yeah. Now, the next thing that I want to address on this is the situation that happened out at the park yesterday. And where I'm talking about Highway 39, that is referred to as Planet Playground. Mm-hmm. There was a report of an alleged attempt of a kidnapping. This was called into the Meridian Police Department. A mother felt threatened. Right. She called the Meridian Police Department. At all times, if you ever feel threatened, you call the police. Mm-hmm. Don't care how, who, what, or how. If you feel it, you call and report it. After we put this up, the gentleman that the picture of the truck called and said, hey, that's me. I haven't done anything. He's been in touch with the police department, and they're working this out. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. We certainly hope so. I don't know each side of the story by any means. So we'll wait and see. But I put that out there to make sure that you understand that there's not a threat at the park to you and your children that is some person that just sneaks up. It's not. It's being handled and investigated by the police department now. And we do hope that today we get some type of answer out of this.
Right.
And can say more. Mm-hmm. That's what our hope is. But again, at any time, if you ever feel threatened by anything, call law enforcement. They have to know those things.
Right.
And hopefully this will be fixed in no time flat. That's what we're hoping for.
Right. It's sad that we live in a day where people are afraid, to go anywhere.
Right.
I feel uneasy a lot of times.
I feel uneasy sitting next to you because I never, boy, you get mad at me. Woo!
I feel uneasy sometimes going places, you know.
Yeah.
When you have small kids, I mean, you're kind of on alert at all times anyway.
Oh, you have to be this day and age.
So, we hope everything gets resolved because we would hate for somebody who is not guilty of something to be,
right,
you know,
accused.
Accused or you know what I'm saying? Like it, you kind of have to get all the facts in.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, stuff starts just.
Yeah, it was all over social media, so we addressed it, and that's where we are. Hopefully, we'll get an answer to that from the Meridian Police Department. All is safe. Don't worry that you can't go there. Is what I'm trying to say to you this morning. Already 8:25. What a fast morning we're traveling down.
Yes, it is.
We had a brush fire also yesterday up on Lauderdale Tomb Super Road. The volunteer fire department jumped into action to protect your house and all those good things. Austin, Texas. This is a pretty big deal. Now, Austin is a liberal city. There's no doubt. Texas, you think of being, we've all got great thoughts, but these bigger cities are left-leaning. They've got left mayors. And after you dig into this, but Elon Musk has opened up the big factory there. They had 15,000 people attend his big throwdown last night to where they're opening up the new plant there, the Cybertruck factory. So, expect big things.
Have you seen that truck?
It's ugly.
It looks like something that ought to be like
I was trying to see
on the moon or something.
Yeah, I was going to show a picture, but I don't have a good picture of it. But it's
it's real
nerdy looking,
high tech, almost sci-fi looking.
Yeah, it doesn't give you the old Tim Allen. You remember that? Yeah, it doesn't give you that feeling looking at it.
A winch would not look right on the front of that truck.
No, it would not. It's not a bow tie or a Ford emblem to make you. Anyway, that's just
not one to put your gun rack up in the back of.
Right. And, when you say that, I don't even think they manufacture those anymore, do they?
I don't know. But,
I ain't seen one.
Or your toolbox on the back. That ain't gonna work. Yeah.
So there's no place to put a toolbox. So there you go. As we look at things in Russia, what Russia has done as we go back to Ukraine, Russia. This is just downright horrible of the attacks that they've made on innocent people, of where they would gather for refuge to hide after their homes were destroyed. We find out that at least 130 are dead. About 100 people have been injured because they shot at a place that they knew was a safe haven for people that were displaced.
That's awful. Awful.
So more and more with that. We don't know where this is going to lead. Could this lead to something bigger on down the road? Absolutely. We all know that. Well, this should be handled with kid gloves as what to do next. Do you see this headline here? Yeah, this come out late last night. Do you remember when was it the Supreme Court or federal judge that ruled that the vaccine could not be mandated to federal employees? Well, it's been reversed. So, federal employees, the mandate is reinstated by New Orleans appeals court. So be ready if you work for the federal government. They're going to make you get that shot to where it was put on hold, if y'all all remember that. Like it or not.
And I don't know. I still stand by. I could understand if it keeps you from getting it and keep from spreading it, but we know now it does not. What is the point? We'll see.
That's the latest headlines that comes out of the administration there. We'll watch it and let you know on this. Let's see some other things that are going on across the country here. Shoplifting. Gosh, you feel for cops. I truly do. New York City, they stole $70,000 worth of designer's clothes. They tried to run over the cops. They finally got them. It was back and forth at a red light. They pulled them out of the car finally, but they were hitting the police car. It was dangerous. Crime is bad in New York. There's video of it out there. We'll post that later today so you can take a look at that.
Yeah.
Water. They're saying that across the United States that there's unsafe levels of uranium detected in most public drinking water. Now, I'm no scientist. I don't know all about it. I assume that putting the little filter there on your handle there cleans it up, I think.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I know people that they put filters on their shower heads.
Really?
Yeah, because...
do something to your hair?
Yeah, it will. If you have
the chlorine?
Well, there's chlorine and there's other things that can make your hair, like when people get their hair colored, can make it yellow. It can,
Really? This woman knows hair. Y'all pay attention to
So
her.
you can put a filter on your shower head, and it will help with that. Because who wants to spend like hundreds of dollars on their hair, and boom, you wash it, and it's ruined.
Yeah, all 30 seconds that it takes me to do mine. But there are, I get it with ladies. There's because hair appointments, and some people go weekly to get this done, to get that hair done.
Every 3, 4 to 6 weeks, women usually will get their hair colored. And it's usually over $100 every time. So
Yeah, it's an expensive thing.
It's an
I think it has more to do with this, the gossip corner. They got to go down and catch up on all the news in the neighborhood.
I will say that you do hear. I mean, we could have our own news room up in the beauty shop.
Let's cut to Candace's booth and find out what the news is
and
today.
today on
As the chair turns.
as the chair turns and the
More
hair
coming
dryer
up.
goes.
It is. Scotty Ray and Candace, thank y'all for being a part of it. We'll be right back with more information.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install, or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
As the days get warmer, the grass starts growing. Drop in and visit with Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Sicalina, where they've got a complete line of the #1 lawnmower in America, Skag. Whether you're a homeowner or a lawn care service, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower just for you. Plus, they carry X-Mark tractors and any part that you may need for your existing tractor or lawnmower. Drop in and see Cole or Buttermilk today. Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, 601-626-8759.
Welcome back. Candy Luke, how are you doing today? Hadn't spoke to you in years.
Yeah.
She goes, Jackson, Mississippi has made the national news with the crime and water condition. They have. Denise showing off her knowledge down there of all the stuff that's in the water.
Iron, phosphate, calcium, and kinds of minerals are found in water.
Yeah. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. I am not a water man.
Yeah.
I just want to go ahead and fess that up. Well, as we begin our Thursday, let's go back today and take a look at a few things. Mostly, I would say this person is known for maybe drinking. Yeah, because she had some issues, and she got so good at it, she opened up her own place to help others. Betty Ford would have had a birthday today. She was born in 1918, the Betty Ford Clinic.
Yeah.
You don't hear that as much as you used to. You used to hear everybody going, they've checked into the Betty Ford Clinic.
Yeah.
Is the Betty Ford Clinic still out there?
I don't know.
Candace, where are you when I need you on these breaking news stories?
I don't know, but I will say that thank goodness there are clinics that can help people who have issues
And addictions.
with alcohol and drugs and different things. Yeah. But I'm not sure about that one. Surely it is. I mean, surely they wouldn't have shut that down.
Yeah, but it would have been her birthday there. Her and the puppy dog all up there. One of my favorites, and I think most people will agree, this guy is just like it on a stick. If you've ever met him, one of the nicest people that you'll bump into. He's always willing to do a handshake and do a picture with you, no matter where. Bo Duke, John Snyder, celebrates a birthday today. Born in 1960.
You know, I used to watch this all the time.
Yeah.
And then my aunt and uncle that lived in Georgia, at one time, I think he went to their church. So that was a neat thing.
Now, as you get into this, John, and I say this from the most sincerity, probably one of the best singers that there ever was. Is you country girls, if y'all go back on that, golly, great music there. I'm going to leave you tomorrow, At the Sound of the Tone, and the list goes on of just great music that John made. And he parted away from his country career there after the show, got big there for a little while. But he could have been your next Randy Travis had he stayed in it. For reasons unknown, he just kind of backed off of that at that time. He's back on the concert trail now, and he does the shows over in Louisiana now. Interesting and a nice guy. Met him several times.
So he would be how old? 61 or something?
That'd be about right. Let's see, 2000 would be 40, so it'd be 62.
62, okay.
So there you go, Bo Duke. And again, he was born in New York. He wasn't a Southern boy. He made all of that up when he went in. He pulled it off. That makes him a great actor. 1979, it wasn't one of my favorite songs, but it was #1 today. And She was just a little different. She was from the pop world, and it took a little bit of time. Her career tanked on the pop world, so they, as usual, go, okay, let's move you over to country. And it worked there for a few years. Anne Murray had the #1 song today with I Just Fall in Love Again.
I love Anne Murray.
You do? You're
I
a big one
do.
there?
I mean, I love her music because she was always just real soothing sounding.
Okay, so what is, I've just put her on the spot. Let's try her out. What's your favorite Anne Murray song?
Didn't she sing Can I Have This Dance?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to fall out of my chair. Candace knows the song.
For the rest of...
Yeah, that was her biggest
gonna
song.
But yeah, that one and...
Let's see the second biggest.
Let me think.
Come on, you know it is big. Brian Gumble is mentioned in the song.
I know songs, but I can't think of them.
A Little Good
That
News Today would be her
yeah,
next biggest
yeah.
song
Yeah, that was good.
that came out there. And we all live for that moment of, hey, just a little good news today. Maybe nobody shot each other, and that's what the song went through, and it was a huge hit.
Yeah.
But Anne Murray was not my, there's nothing wrong with
That
her.
needs
Just,
to be our theme song.
yeah. It's just you never found that cassette laying on the front seat of my 1970 Torino.
Notice he said cassette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was past the 8-track at that point.
I remember the 8 tracks. I remember those big
Look.
bulky things that we'd stick in the front of that.
Look, I had to save my money because Hooper's had the eyes and ears big sale, and I went down and got my first radio to go on my dash from there. I was tickled over that, too.
I remember when I got my jam box.
Were
We
one
called
of
it the boom.
Did you
we
carry
got
it on
a
your
jam
shoulder?
box. No, I didn't carry it on my shoulder.
Did you have a jacket with zippers?
I had the.
You did?
I did. I had the parachute outfit.
Let me just make my comment again. Y'all see what I'm wearing? I was wearing this in 1980.
I had a parachute pants outfit, turquoise with hot pink zippers.
Again, I
And the-
marched to a different beat.
And the Stan Smith Adidas.
Stan Smith. I have never owned a pair of Adidas
Isn't
in my
that
life.
what they were called, Stan Smiths?
You got me.
Yeah, I had those.
I had boots most of that early part. I just, I didn't stray. But there was a lot of people that wore the Adidas, and Nike was big, and the little gator shirts back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Azad.
All right, 1980. Let's turn back the pages of time and go there. What was happening there? It became a song, and it was so big that they decided, well, we need to make a movie out of this. And then, if I remember right, it was at least 3 movies made from it. The Gambler. He broke even on this night. It went live on television in 1980. Big movie. You got to know when to fold them and know when to what?
Hold them.
I'm impressed with this girl this morning. She's all over this,
Know when to
y'all.
walk away and know when to run.
That's true. Did you ever know any women by this name? This was the #1 song a few years later, 1982. You'd wake up and these old boys would have the #1 song. You know anybody named this?
Bobby Sue.
Bobby Sue.
I know some Betty Lou's.
I know Betty Lou too, but Bobby Sue. They could hit those notes. That was a great song. I want woman to marry you.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've heard the song.
Yeah, the guy in the top. He was the one with the real deep voice.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Joe Boswell, Bonzel. Yeah, I mispronounced that. But boy, they had a distinct sound. I liked them a whole lot. 1986, you would know this guy from all the movies. He was your hero. And well, he got fed up sitting there watching the 6 o'clock news every day, flipping the channels going. He goes, I can do better than they can. Huge Hollywood actor steps out of his role and becomes what? A mayor. He was elected mayor in California on this day. Pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And I think Clint ran a pretty tight ship there in that little town.
I'm sure he probably did. I like to listen to him. I think he speaks his mind and stands his ground
He does.
in what he believes. Yeah.
He's what you, when you think of America, if you were to put those pictures of John Wayne and
Right.
Clint Eastwood is right up there at the top of the American way.
Well, so many actors will get up there and they'll say stuff that
Middle
because
America.
because they're an actor and they don't want to offend anybody and they don't want to look a certain way. And
Yeah.
people like Clint Eastwood, they just get up there and tell it like it is.
Yeah,
And
if you don't like me?
if you like it, that's great, and if you don't, well, that's even better.
Yeah. Jessica says he's a man's man. I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Carmel, California was the town along the Pacific coast, as Ward Sullivan said. Because I couldn't think of the town. I appreciate you throwing that out there. Regardless of what happens in California, California is a beautiful place. It truly is. It just has some folks that, don't align with a lot of our thinking.
Yeah.
So to speak. It would be 1991 that we would learn that this gentleman didn't have long left on this earth. You grew up with him. You watched him hanging out with Hoss. You would watch him with Nels and all the other people on Little House on the Prairie, and we would find out today that he was diagnosed with cancer, and he wouldn't make it much long after that.
Yeah.
And shockingly enough, the redneck girl that chews tobacco and is harsh, that is on Yellowstone, is his daughter.
Mm-hmm. The pink hair.
Yeah.
Isn't it pink or purple?
Something like that.
Yeah.
She's
Is
scary.
She's still on there because, you know, they kind of like pushed her out of the little whatever house. Remember that?
You know, she was in that last scene where they were beat up real bad in the stream there. And that, you sure you're not confusing her with the girlfriend that was thrown out? I think she's still.
Well, the girlfriend
she's a
was
ranch hand.
thrown out, but then she was thrown out too. And remember, she went back and showed them her brand sign and all this kind of. Anyway, but yeah, I would not have ever thought that was his daughter. But she does kind of favor him in the face when you look at her.
It's hard for me to look at her. I ain't gonna lie. Woo. It's like she come on TV and I turn my head.
Yeah.
2001, if y'all remember the group Black Hawk, one of the singers here, this guy right here, Van Stevenson, died at the age of 47. I believe it was cancer that also got him. If you remember the late
one on the
80s,
right?
early on the left.
Oh, okay. The one
Right there, this gentleman right there, Van Stevenson, he passed away on this date back in 01. And this will be, there's not as much that went on today in history, but you remember this from all the movies, and they were like it in the 50s and 60s of the beach scene.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Annette,
Frankie Avalon. Too.
that's his name.
She and Frankie Avalon. And I think she was in the Mickey Mouse Club, too. I think
She
was. One of the
was.
ones.
But she passed away on this date. And you say that correctly, Funicello?
Uh-huh.
Somebody get me a gold star, the first odd name that I've been able to pronounce in 10 years.
She was a pretty lady.
She was gorgeous. You can't help but like it. But and I looked at a picture of that, and you mentioned Frankie. He was a little bitty fellow, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, I don't remember his height or anything, but he sung. And
I think she was taller than Frankie was.
she might have been, especially with some
Did-
heels on.
All right, did they date, or was it just they were in the movies?
I don't know. They were in, I don't really know. I just know that they were in a lot of stuff together, it seemed like, you know.
LaWanda said she saw the Oak Ridge Boys there in Branson. Said it was a great show. Leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. Now, that's just hard to beat. I love that song. What was the gospel song that the Oaks done? Jesse, what's his name, got saved today? It was a great song. I'll have to think back on that, but it was a great gospel song. And they have deep gospel roots. That's how that group began and then would later become country. So there you go. A little history moment there for you. As we turn to talk about the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, you're going to find them. They're located by the railroad tracks. Can't miss them. They're off exit 151. Been doing it since 32. And what do? They take care of all your gardening needs. Spring is here. Come down this weekend and get what you need. Whether it's a tree, a plant, or shrub, a tomato plant, maybe a watermelon that'll grow on its own. They've got that for you, along with shirts and T-shirts to keep you cool as you work. Maybe you need a new ball cap. We occasionally lose hours on a tractor and it gets sucked up by a bush hog.
Yeah.
They can replace it for you. We all know this happened. That limb catches it and is gone. Your
Yeah.
favorite hat.
Yeah.
They can get you a new one. From tennis shoes to Twisted X to work boots. They've got those also. Visit with them and find a rake or a shovel, whatever it is that you need, including your pets and anything over in the shop there, including the skillets. Hard to find these days. Corn feed, anything for your cattle. You'll find it all at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. It's exit 151. Drop in and visit with them today. They'll help you out and take care of you.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike and Jake have years of experience of dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Michael Swansea, your Alpha Insurance agent, truly cares about his customers and makes it easy to get you the coverage you need at a competitive price that you can afford. Michael can tell you more about homeowner insurance. Maybe you've just bought a new mobile home, or you're renting for the first time and need insurance. Let Alpha protect your family with life insurance. And as your business grows, so does your insurance need. Michael Swansea, your Alpha insurance agent. Call him at 601-938-0123.
Big trucks, they're loud, intimidating, and they'll run over anything in their way. I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. We won over $1 billion for the injured because we don't settle for less. Call me today and let me help you get the money you deserve. One call, that's all.
Okay, Doug Thomas, she has a question for you.
We must have our own Google crew. I mean, seriously, I think we could do better than these top news places, you know. Doug Thomas says that Frankie Avalon's 5'8".
That's taller than I thought. The picture that I saw, I was thinking like 5'4". So he's a lot taller than I thought.
Y'all must be Googling this because, I mean, unless y'all are just super, super intelligent about all this information.
Jessica says that
it's great,
Don Breland was from House, Mississippi, played for the Oak Ridge Boys. Didn't know that little tidbit there.
Yeah. And the song that we were looking for was the baptism of Jesse Taylor or something.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the song?
That's the name of the song. That is a great song. If you've never heard it, it's about the town drunk that cuts up, raises Cain, and he gets baptized and becomes the best dude up in the church. And it's a real good feel-good song. That was also a song from Mel McDaniel, if you didn't catch that. A real good feel-good song.
Yeah.
You remember that one? No, she doesn't.
No, I don't.
But she
If
agreed.
I hear it, I probably do. Just by titles, I don't recognize a lot of songs. But Peggy Joyner's going to make her son a pan of biscuits. I might need some tips, Peggy.
I wish I was your son for a moment.
Yeah.
Call my wife. Talk to her about this biscuit sharing thing that goes on.
The last time I made homemade biscuits, well, it wasn't the last time, but one of the times somebody said they could be skeets.
Have you, we look at some headlines across America. I bring up this next story as no matter where you are, what you do, make sure somebody knows where you are. Because you can get off and not have cell phone service.
Yeah.
This is tragic. This is horrible. Have you heard of this?
I have not, but yesterday we had a story about somebody went hiking by themselves.
Yeah, this is similar.
Yeah.
An elderly couple, retirement, traveling the nation in their motorhome. And of course, maps can sometimes take you down roads that you don't need to be. They get stuck. They're in the middle of nowhere. Her husband, after 10 days, died of starvation.
Oh, my goodness.
She was saved. It just, can you imagine? This story is just...
That is horrible.
It was a 10 days that they were struggled out there. He got lost by following it. Lack of food and no water. He died just before she was rescued.
He was following a GPS. Sometimes, they're not accurate all the time. Like if there's certain roads maybe that are getting worked on, a lot of times that's not updated.
And I spoke with Debbie about this a few days ago. Her and her daughter went on a vacation at a place called Death Valley. And she said, whatever you do not pay attention to the maps, like your car navigation, because it's wrong.
Yeah.
And you get out there and the park rangers have to save people all the time.
That's scary, too, because so many people rely on that all the time. I'm not because it's hard unless you have someone with you looking at a paper map while you're driving.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that on your own. I mean, you'd have to stop every little bit and look at it. Right. I'm not a good direction.
Debbie Mose, you missed my whole point on that. She's trying to teach me how to make a biscuit. I don't want to learn how to make a biscuit. I just want the biscuit.
Cooking with Brenda Gant, Debbie, I have watched it. I love Brenda Gant.
She is good,
She's
isn't she?
Andalusia, Alabama. I would love to go and see her. But anyway, I watched her videos, and I tried to do the biscuits, and I did it okay. Okay, that's all. But they never turn out like hers. Hers are beautiful, look like they come out of a magazine. Mine are not like
because they have people in the background fixing stuff.
No, she's just that good. Yeah, she's that good.
Everybody needs a good grandma like that.
She's like watching my grandmother or my mother. She cooks just like my grandmother and my mother. Wow. Just like them. Yeah.
Kim Carmichael tells us, and I didn't know this about Meridian history, as she tells us back at the fairgrounds nearly 50 years ago at a EMEPA gathering, the Oak Ridge Boys sang. Oh, I didn't know that. I would have been a baby. I wouldn't have known it was going on. Yeah. Let's see, what's Anita doing there? She hopes everybody has a great day and weekend. Yeah, appreciate you watching there.
Yes.
This is already coming up on 11 minutes before the top of the hour as we move right along. Did I miss anything there?
No, I think she was saying that she's had a lot of problems being hacked. having to start her account back up. That's happening a lot lately.
Watch that stuff. Don't answer any of those surveys out there, people
Right.
that want you to.
And if you get a messenger thing that says, "Hey, how are you today?"
Stay away from
Don't
them,
even answer it.
because they'll start texting you nonstop.
Especially if you're already a friend of theirs. Yeah.
Know who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. They say this will give you, they being scientists is what I mean by this. They say it will add 5 years at least to your life if you quit smoking. Sometimes you quit smoking, that it might end up that you lose less than that because you're hard to live with and others don't want to be around you anymore.
Yeah, like, or caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband was trying to get off of caffeine. I was like, I wanted to say, just drink a Coke. Just get one
Just
and
get
drink.
some.
Yeah.
It is, what is so weird about all that? Years ago, it was the thing, if y'all remember during the 40s, that everybody did it. And then you would find out, maybe it's not so good for you. But
know.
your choice to do what you want there.
I was watching an old Johnny Carson show the other night, and they were smoking on there, you know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember back in the day when you went in hospitals and there were ashtrays everywhere.
Well, in hair salons. I mean, it was nothing for your hairstylist, I'm sure, back then to be puffing on one while she was doing
And also
your
airplanes.
hair. When you think about it now, you'd be like, you know.
Yeah.
I had somebody with one of those electronic cigarette things
Yeah,
one
what's that
time
called?
in my chair.
A vape.
Yeah, I guess it's e-cigarette, or I don't know, but it made me so uncomfortable because I was doing her hair and it just looked like smoke rolling up, and I finally had to say, please don't do that. It just made me so uncomfortable.
Because she felt like she was at a Cheech and Chong movie.
I don't know.
Oh, let's see here. United Nations has voted to suspend Russia from their Human Rights Council. That is the next move that they're going to be doing. So, well, they're out. They can't be fooling with that anymore. Out they are. As we turn to other stories this morning, let's see here.
I'm on the wrong thing. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay.
All right, let's see what else we got going on. We got the Senate has voted to confirm the new justice.
Yes.
And how do you pronounce her first name?
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Okay.
Is her name, yeah.
She's going to be our next Supreme Court justice. That has happened.
And Biden hugged her, and he, you know, had been, what do you call it, by somebody with COVID, when he hugged her.
Oh, yeah, he hugged Nancy.
Yeah, he had
Real
been
hard.
around. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi has COVID. He had hugged her, or she had actually kissed him on the cheek, I think, or something.
But they said there's no way that he could get it.
Right, because that's
Sure.
not considered close contact.
But the rest of us couldn't get within 10 feet of each other.
Right, yeah. I'm in another room, you know.
Trump says there is a small chance, and they're going to blow this out of proportion. He goes, hey, health could stop you from running. He did say that. They'll take it and run with it and probably say before the end of the day he said that he can't run because he's old and sick. Mm-hmm. He didn't say that, just in case anybody was wondering. Let's see. There was another story about them. Mitch McConnell shrugs off this is why Mitch McConnell says that he supports Donald Trump. Mitch is not very well liked within the party there. Is he against Donald Trump? Absolutely. Only 30% in his party support him now. So, of course, he's going to say he supports Donald because, well, the other 70% like Donald.
Right.
He's playing politics. Never forget that.
I saw, is it Bill Barr? The guy
Yeah.
I saw him last night on Gutfeld, you know, that show. Greg Gutfeld, I think is his name.
Funny.
And yeah, he is pretty funny. But anyway, he was on there last night, and they were asking him some questions. And I don't think he saw eye to eye with Trump, but I think, you know, with the circumstances, I think he would probably back him.
You think
if
so?
He ran again. I think the way he talked, he said that he would vote for a Republican.
Because the way
He would not vote for, you know, the other side. But
the
because
last time I heard Trump talk about him, I thought he was going to take him to the parking lot.
Yeah, I don't think they at all saw eye to eye. But,
No, they didn't.
He didn't like the way, you know, Trump
He's just gruff.
spoke and stuff. You know, a lot of people don't, but
Your gas was cheaper, wasn't it? I'll say that.
yeah.
That's for sure. Coming up toward the top of the hour, let's talk about our friends over here. Everybody lives somewhere, or you got a business or something like that. Well, you need to know this name here, Godwin Cleaning Services. What they do is make your home or business look better. You can reach them at 253-8262. Pretty easy here. Pictures as we look at the before and afters here. Here's a business that was cleaned up. Looks almost brand new again there.
Yeah.
Instantly. They can do that. It's soft washing. It's not going to harm anything. Having your sidewalks or your driveway done here. Look at the difference of before and after. That old gray, dingy look. Here's a driveway as well. Want to make yours look new again? Call them. Find out how affordable it is to have this done. They can even put you on a schedule where you don't have to worry about it anymore. Every few months, they'll come by and take care of it and have it cleaned up for you. 601-253-8262, from front porches to the sides of your home and your roof's getting done. It's night and day. There's no other way to word that. That's what it looks like. Bulldogs, they're looking clean again as their sign is all clean. There it is, out at Clarkdale. Also, Newton, they've visited them as well.
Yeah. A lot of people are trying to get spring cleaning going.
Correct.
If you don't want to clean your windows yourself outside, they can help you out with that.
See them today. They'll help you in so many different ways. See them at Godwin Cleaning Services.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
I'm Rick for Meridian. My life changed forever on my way home from work one Friday night, but I was able to focus on getting healthy because I had Richard Schwartz fighting for me every day. He got me the money I needed to get my life back on track.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And welcome back, as a few folks were saying there, that Bill may be a flip-flopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of flip-floppers.
And, you know, I'd never heard that word before, that other one that was used a lot, rhino. Now I know what all that means. There are people that pretend to be one thing to your face, and then behind the back they run and do other things.
Yeah.
You keeping up with this stuff of the agents that were faking?
I saw that. I was real confused yesterday when I first saw that, and I'm still not 100% sure what happened. But
Two people posed as Homeland Security agents, worked their way into the detail of the Secret Service that protects Jill Biden.
and they were from
another country, Pakistan.
country. Yeah.
Ties to Pakistan on this. Now, do
So-
y'all really think they were up to something good?
So, I mean, was somebody on the inside in on this and allowed it to happen, or did they just...
The way I'm reading it, and
How
I
do
don't
you
know
do that?
everything, is they made friends with them, and they said, hey, we're agents here, and they worked together. They showed up every day, and they just kind of got in there. Were they trying to harm somebody? There's a good chance
Yeah, that's
they were.
scary. I mean, why else would you do that? You have to have some kind of a motive.
Yeah, you would think that the Secret Service would be a little bit tighter to get that close to someone that's that close to the Oval Office.
That's why I'm wondering, did somebody know about it and allow it to happen?
Oh, we'll find out on that. We'll see here. Let's see. Los Angeles. Well, Los Angeles County is banning all travel to Florida and Texas, claiming that, the laws in Texas and those areas there are not friendly to LBGT. So they're banning any public or money being spent from that county being spent in those states. You see that a lot. They've done that in North Carolina a few years ago over the bathroom issue. Y'all remember that of NCAA? That was a big issue there also. Let's see here. Two California men are arrested. They had enough fentanyl to kill 5 million people in their car.
Oh, my gosh.
Want to say the cartel might be connected to that? I would think so. That's what I'm guessing there. Let's see here. They're trying to get people to come back to work nationwide. And we'll close with this story. Walmart is one of these, as their headquarters, as they start installing all these fitness centers and pools. And I don't think anybody in Mississippi has a meditation garden, but they do here at their headquarters. They're trying to get people to come back and not work from home anymore.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
We have an old saying in the South that makes you show off that you don't get paid if you don't come in.
Right.
There's a lot of us that like to get paid and, have food on the table.
And like working for yourself, if you don't work, you don't make money.
Yeah.
So
If Candace ain't cutting hair, ain't nothing happening
that's
at
right.
home.
That's right.
Kurt being found him a new wife, and I urge her, go cut hair. Don't mess that up.
Don't go there, Scotty.
We do hope you've had a great time with us
Yeah.
today. Thank you for being a part of it. We're coming back next week. I'm going down to the Central Methodist. They're going to be having a little show today. I'm going to be a judge. So
All right.
look forward to that.
Good luck with that. Yeah. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. It's beautiful outside. Take advantage of it.
See you Monday.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: